So, what I've tried to indicate here is, that this is a subject that I care about, and I'm working on it, and that I want to do right by it, but right takes time. And that's part of why when I'm consumed with this thing 60 hours a week and I'm editing it and trying to get just the right hits, as you saw in the BBS documentary was about 7 solid months of editing. This one is going to be something similar. And then, of course, like I said, I want this thing to be blind accessible. I want a person who is blind to enjoy it. And that's going to be some amount of work. Within the level, quick rant, fuck Joe Clark. Joe Clark is a gentleman who runs an accessibility website, and he's considered the expert in closed captioning and subtitling, but his general approach is, only I know how to do it right, nobody knows how to do it right, so therefore you should never even try. Fuck Joe Clark. I hate guys like that. He's taken his time out to let me know that I can't make a blind accessible DVD. I sat in an office with somebody who told me, you're never going to get into Colossal Cave. That didn't work out either. So, no, we're going to be blind accessible, we're going to have everything that I said before, and I want to make this thing really good. But at the end of the day, it's about text adventures. So I understand this is not going to be everyone's cup of tea. That's why this room isn't fucking packed. Also, by the way, I think everyone left last night. Like, I use Twitter because Twitter is a really good way to find out what the world's thinking, assuming you think the world is a paranoid, schizophrenic maniac. But, you get kind of a gist, and everyone's like, hey, I'm leaving. And I'm like, dude, the party's just beginning. The cool people. Yeah, you're still here. And in my heart. Anyway, so, I never will pretend that this thing is for everyone. But I think that it'll be something that you'll be happy about, and you'll learn some new things about text adventures from. And believe me, I've learned way too much about text adventures these days. But you know what? At the end of the day, it's 2008. I started working on this in 2005. I registered the documentary website, getlamp.com, and yes, I have takelamp.com, in 2002, so I knew I had an idea I might want to do this, and I regret not 1 minute of it. I regret not 1 second of it, or any of my other documentary work. This has been the greatest journey of my life, has been to sit in an off-road vehicle with Scott Adams, getting to his farm because it's snowed out, so we can go interview him and talking to him about life, or going to Steve Moretsky's house and hanging out with his family and having food and talking about what we're going to do with it, or going to Mark Blank's house, Mark Blank, who every other Infocom person told me he would never sit down for an interview, and when I called him he said, sure. And I said, oh, what's up with that? He goes, well, I think you're it. So, wonderful. So for me, I don't regret 1 moment of this. So, if nothing else from my talk, take some amount of heart if you're working on a project that nobody else understands. Because if at the end of the day you enjoyed it and you appreciated it, then you won.